What's up, apes? Lady apes, gentlemen apes, this is Ape Andy. Something happened in the previous video. I was making the video and my daughter, her name is Honey, she saw me doing it, and so she came over and she cut me off. Sorry. So, well, that's the reason I whisper, sort of whisper, so that I don't wake the family up. They don't know I'm making videos. No, honest, they don't. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago in Europe, there was this financial scandal, where some financial institutions blew up, and Credit Suisse got hurt. Wirecard and another institution blew up, causing disasters, hurting Credit Suisse. So Credit Suisse must cut their losses. So there was this tweet that said Credit Suisse sold their asset management arm to BlackRock. So Credit Suisse were cutting their losses. And Credit Suisse also had losses in the Archegos incident. So did Nomura. Because they exited too slow. When something is in trouble, the financial institution that acts first takes the least loss. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley next. So they took the least loss. They covered their ASS. And those who exited later took losses, much bigger ones like Credit Suisse and Nomura. Okay, so there were two financial disasters, incidents in Europe, and then there was Archegos. So what I'm trying to get at is that financial institutions, they are interconnected. Their assets are, their tradings are, they're interconnected. One thing leads to another. That's why the disasters in Europe hurt Credit Suisse. The Archegos incident hurt Credit Suisse, and these financial pieces, they're interlinked. They're intertwined. To a degree that us common people may not be able to fully grasp or comprehend. But yes, they are. They're intertwined. They're all interlinked. Financial assets, what happens in one area ripples into another area, and ripples and ripples and ripples. I'm not a financial guy. This is not a financial advice, so I'm just saying it from my perspective, my own understanding. That's all. Which, in other words, means I could be wrong, right? Yeah, could be. So there are Reddit posts that are talking about fake squeeze. Oh, okay, Ape Andy, what is it? What do they have to do with each other? Financial institutions having troubles, hedge funds such as Archegos having troubles. What does it have to do with the fake squeeze? So, big if financial institutions and their financial assets are really intertwined and linked, and have ripple effects feeling. One ripple effect is felt by the other, and felt by the other, and felt by the other. If that is really so, then, well, the ripple effect could be felt by others. And these other financial institutions, they are engaged in shorting GameStop. And if they're really affected, then they're affected. So if that is really the case, I may be stretching here. If that may be the case, then those institutions shorting GameStop will be affected. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories and details because it's all hypothetical. Let me put it this way. If you're playing a chess game, you have many pawns moving slowly. You have many pawns. The enemy doesn't see you as a threat because, they're just pawns. But if there are many pawns all moving slowly, closing in, meaning buy and hold, apes, on the opponent's queen. Queen is cornered, chess game. Queen is cornered, and the opponent felt the pressure from the pawns and from other factors, financial institutions, disasters in Europe, Archegos disaster and everything, and all puts pressure on the opponent. Because this financial institution is shorting GameStop. He's not just against the apes. He's got other things going on as well. So he may be facing pressure from other fronts. War fronts. Maybe. So, and this financial institution is cornered by the apes. Queen is in danger. So, and the only way out is to sacrifice the rook or sacrifice the bishop for the queen to survive. Well, then the sacrifice has to be made. You sacrifice the rook or you sacrifice your bishop to protect the queen. So there are these Reddit posts that says financial institutions shorting GameStop might throw a smaller financial institution under the bus and conduct a controlled squeeze, dubbed the fake squeeze. Possibility, stretching it here. Okay, so those are all theories, and once again, this is not financial advice, this is not investment advice, this is not trying to manipulate, because Andy's only manipulating his own hands, manipulating Andy himself to do the video. There's no we, because me making this video is an individual act. You watching this video is an individual act. And you watch the video, you think about it, you act as an individual. We are not collective, so there's no we, okay? Right, okay. Well, Ape Andy, I'm speaking for myself again. If there is a controlled squeeze, fake squeeze by financial institutions Do you know what happens if I sell my GME shares? I'll miss out on the prices going way higher. Because I thought, I was selling at 2x my invested amount. I felt good. All right, I made a profit. I sold 2x. Oops, it went to 3x. It went to 4x, 5x. Oh, kicking myself. Okay, knocking myself on the head on the table right here. Bang, bang. Regretting. That's one scenario. Another simple scenario would be, okay, Abe Andy sold his GME shares and the price went down. And yeah, see, I was right. I was right to sell during the fake squeeze. There are these other apes telling me not to sell in the fake squeeze. In your face, I was right. I sold during the fake squeeze. If enough number of apes sell into the fake squeeze, if enough number of paper hands sell into the fake squeeze, of course that deflates the pressure. There are no more diamond hands, no more diamond hands apes, all paper hand, and the pressure deflates. There are no longer enough apes holding the float. The float went back into the hands of the SHF, shorting hedge funds. You thought you sold. You thought you could go back in at a lower price, and then you did, and then you did. However, many paper hand apes sold in the fake squeeze. The whole thing was deflated. Yes, you got back in at a lower price, but by that time there are not enough number of apes holding the float. There will be no more real squeeze down the line. So, you ruin your own chance. Okay, so, I'm speaking for myself. Abe Andy will not be selling into the fake squeeze, because if enough apes do that, then the whole pressure deflates, the whole concentration of the float in the ape hands disappears, and there will be no more squeeze down the line. The fake squeeze becomes the last squeeze. End of story. And what was the first scenario? Just to review. You sold into the fake squeeze. However, the other apes, diamond hands, they held. So the fake squeeze, initiated by the SHF, they effed themselves. It became the real squeeze. And you sold at 2x the profit, the invested capital, and then you continue to watch other apes on Reddit posting their profits. Wow, they made 3x, they made 4x, they made 5x. I was wrong. Okay, you don't want that to happen. We're not a collective. There's no synchronized action, no whatever. We act as individuals. If it seems synchronized, it's just random coincidences. Whisper, whisper. Abe Andy's daughter, Honey, is still sleeping. Don't want her to wake her up and then shut me down making videos. Be strong, apes. Abe Andy's not going to sell into the fake squeeze. If you tell yourself the same thing, it's going to be... Look, truth of the matter is, it is harder to hold the green than to hold the red.